What's up, guys? It feels good to be back right here at Maths with Gustin. We are now at question 5, November 2020. Please stay tuned. This is a series. We will be uploading question 5, November 2021 and 2022. Please now. So now let's have a look at, we are given two straight lines in terms of g of x, where g to the power of -1, it is an inverse. Okay, we know how to deal with an inverse. If you don't know how to do it, please make sure that you watch our episode on how to do an inverse. Watch a function lesson so that you are not gonna get lost while we're busy working here. All right, and then D and B are x and y intercept respectively. So we've got D here, which is our x-intercept. Then we've got this one here, it's our y-intercept. And then on the inverse, C, it's a x-intercept, and therefore A is a point of intersection between the two graphs. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead. 5.1. 5.1 we're just simply saying write down the y-coordinates of B. Y-coordinates of B is the y-intercept of g of x, and in order for us to get this y-intercept, we get it when x is equal to 0. Great stuff. So let's go there. What g of x make x is equal to 0, 2, 0 plus 6. Therefore, when x is equal to 0, g is equal to 1. Therefore, B, the y-coordinate of B, will be therefore be given by a value of 6. Great stuff. All right, and then let's go ahead. You will get your 1 mark there. Let's go ahead. 5.2. 5.2 is determine the equation of g to the power of -1, which is the inverse in terms of g of to the power of -1 is equal to mx plus n. All right, great stuff. So what you do here, you come here and said, okay, this is g of x. Okay, you write it in terms of y. It's given by us by 2x plus 6. What you do first, I'm just gonna give you something here to work with. Swap your x and y and y variables. Okay, you swap x and y, so it's going to be x is equal to 2y plus 6. Okay, after swapping them, you need to solve for y. In other words, you must make y subject of the formula. All right, okay, here we go. We're gonna make y subject to the formula. X, you take 6 to that side, you're going to have is equal to 2y. You divide by 2, everything divided by 2 in this instant. Well, 2 and 2 would cancel out, therefore y would be equals to 1 over 2x minus 3. Okay, so therefore this would be our equation of g of x. Look at me, there we go, writing f of x. All right, we need to relax now. There's no need to rush here. We got this g of x -1 at the top there. Now that will be the equation of our inverse. All right, great stuff. That will be the equation of our inverse. All right, okay, let's go ahead. 5.3. 5.3 says find the coordinates of A, determine the coordinates of A rather, which is the intersection between the two graphs. Okay, 5.3. Yeah, if you were in grade 12 in 2022, this you must have really enjoyed this question. But currently we are revising now. Okay, so there you go. The two graphs should be equal to each other. So g of x is given by 2x plus 6 is equal to half x minus 3. All right, so what you need to do here, we need to solve for x and then also substitute that x value to find the y value. All right, so I'm going to say to get rid of the fraction, everything should be multiplied by 2. So when I multiply by 2, this multiplied by 2 is going to give us 4x. 2 times 6 is going to give us 12. 2 times half is going to give us x, and then therefore 2 times -3 is going to give us 6. All right, so I want to take 12 to that side and then take x to this side. 4x minus x is going to be equal to -6 minus 12. All right, so you're going to have a 3x here is equal to -18. Guys, this is just algebra. divide by 3 all the sides, therefore it's going to give us a minus 6. All right, therefore we take this minus 6, then we substitute here on g of x, which is the original equation that is given in this case. Make sure that we don't make a mistake here. So we are going to have negative 12 here plus 6, which is going to give us, therefore the value would be minus 6. Therefore the a coordinates will be given to us by negative 6 and negative 6. All right, and that's how you would deal with a 5.3. Let's go ahead and move to 5.4 and 5.5. right, I'm gonna move to the next page. I don't have space here right now. All right, there you go, great stuff. And then 5.4, it says here we need to find the length of AB. Length of AB, all right, the coordinates of A, we know it's minus 6 and minus 6. The coordinates of B, if you can still remember, it was given to us previously, 0 and 6. All right, there you go. Therefore you come here, you go ahead and check the formula in your formula sheet. I'm just going to put it up here. It's x1 y1 minus y2 squared. Right, good stuff. Therefore when you come here, you need to make sure that you fully understand what you're doing. Don't make a mistake, guys, of choosing a y1 and then it's not y1. All right, make sure that you choose correctly, and then you really make sure that you know what you are doing. All right, great stuff. So therefore now let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna choose this one as x1, this one as y1, and then I'm gonna choose this one as x2 and this one as y2. Great stuff. Go ahead and let's do the substitution. I'm gonna come say minus 6 minus 0 all squared plus, therefore y1 minus 6 into minus 6 all squared. All right, if you punch this in your calculator, you should therefore be able to get square root of, let me just double check this one, square root of 180. Okay, there are many ways you could have worked out this. You could have simplified it further, but I'm just going to leave it here for now. All right, so now the question 5.5, it says calculate the area. It's with 5 marks. This is one of those questions that will make sure that you do not get 100% in mathematics, but we are here to make sure that you master them and get 100%, because this one requires you to have a combination of analytical geometry, Pythagoras theorem, and also you must also know a area formula rule. All right, good stuff. So now we have got here coordinates minus 6 minus 6. Then we have got here 0 is to 6. Therefore C, we don't know the coordinates of C, but we can easily get them. The coordinates of C, it's a y-intercept. If when we're using that equation of the inverse, I think it's straightforward. These ones we can write them here, because if you say x is when y is 0, this will be equal to 6 from that equation of g of x inverse. All right, great stuff. Okay, so now let's go ahead, let's do 5.5. Okay, the area of this triangle, they are asking us to calculate the area of this triangle. All right, so if I have a look at this, we already know the distance of AB, so the magnitude of this distance is known, so we need to find the distance of AC. Okay, there are many ways you can solve this, but for now I'm gonna say area. What you're looking for area is half. You're going to use that we are going to use that what do they call it, the sine area formula. Okay, great stuff. All right, so now let's go ahead. We already have this distance of AB. Let's look for this distance of AC. All right, if you go into your calculator and then you go and look for the distance of AC, if you go and look for this distance of AC, all right, punch into your calculator, put everything together, you should be able to say minus 6 all squared plus -1, and therefore minus 0 all squared. This should also give you the same value as previous. Is going to be square root of 180. Right, So you've got this distance now, you've got this distance, you've got that distance. What are you looking for now? What you can do, let me just change the color here and show you guys something. What you can do here, remember that tangent formula where they said the area is the inclination, angle of inclination is what the line forms with the x-axis. So you have these angles here, and you have got this triangle here, guys, DC, and then this one triangle there. If you have a look at what I'm marking there, you have got that triangle. But if you look at, if you find this angle here, you can also find this angle there, which will assist you to find this angle here as well. They will be equal according to Euclidean geometry. Vertical opposite angles are equal. Here you can use angles on a straight line as well, and you can find this angle here. Okay, and once you have that angle here, you will be able to use this formula, because this formula requires that you must have this distance and have this distance and have an included angle here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please make sure that you have a look at grade 11 sine, cosine rule, and also area rule on how, when do you use what and when. So currently now we have got this distance, we have got this distance. Now we need to go ahead and find the angles. Okay, so with the equations of Switzerland that we have, you all remember that the angle of inclination is given by tan. Is going to be tan angle, which in this case is going to be D. Excuse me by that. Okay, which in this case is going to be D. Is going to be equals to M. So what is the M on for G of X? For G of X is given by 2. All right. So I'm gonna come here and say D therefore would be tan minus 2. If you go in your calculator, scientific calculator, you say second function tan 2, you should be able to get that D will be equal to 63.43 degrees. Okay, right? And therefore, you also have got this line here, which is the G of X, given by the G of X. So therefore, tan, but you can see there that it's ending up here at C. It's forming an angle with the x-axis at C. That's what you're looking for. It's half. Okay, so therefore C will be equals to tan second function half. Okay, so once you punch this in your calculator, second function half, you should be able to get 26.57 degrees. All right, so now you have got this angle here. You have got this angle here, all right? You've got this angle here, and then you also got this angle here. So therefore, you are looking for A. So you know angles on a triangle. How do you do with angles on a triangle? What you have here, you're going to have that A plus C should be give D. Okay. You all remember exterior angle of this is that rule. Okay, exterior angle of a triangle is equals to, well done if you said it's equal to the sum of internal opposite angles, which is exactly what we are doing here. Exterior angle of a triangle is equals to the sum of internal opposite angles. Okay, so therefore we already know what is C. C is equals to 26.57. Okay, that's a positive there. Sorry about that. And then D is 63.430. And then you're gonna make A the subject to the formula 63.43 minus 26.50 is equal to how much? It's going to be equals to 36 point. This is what I'm getting, guys. Please double check my mathematics and my algebra. If this is not what I got, please make sure that you reach out to us and then you assist us to make sure that we get these things correctly. But so far so good. I'm happy with what you are doing. Therefore, we are going to substitute everything in this equation area. Let me just move up here and say, okay, area will therefore be equals to half. We know the distance of the two sides, it's square root of 180, and then also square root of 180. I'm afraid when You guys can see what I'm writing here. Therefore, sine the angle, it's 36.86. Sorry guys, it's getting a bit messy, but I'm hoping that you can follow. Therefore, the answer that I got when I punched my calculator is the 53.99 units squared. Okay, don't forget this part, guys. Units squared. So that's our area. Please make sure that you have a look at this. And sorry about that. You have a look at this question here. If you really don't understand it, please ensure that you reach out to us, or maybe you've got an alternative way of doing this question. Please let us know what you think. Yeah, and make sure that you stay tuned. This is a series